someone hooked up a video, I think, and hooked it up with 10 beers, but they had privated their message. So let me get to their fucking video over here at Buy Me a Coffee. Cheers to someone. And I don't know if you want me to read this or not, but this is the someone here, right? 10 beers. And there's fucking real Mrs. Ghost Chocolate Sugar, man, whoever the hell that is. Anyway, hey, Ghost, hope you're doing well. Today's my birthday. I'm having issues with the family because it feels like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should say it. I don't know. It's someone. We don't know who you are. I'm having issues with the family because it feels like they believe they've got free license to say what they want to me. Have you ever thought about cutting off your family for your own? Dude, that's what that's what I did. Oh, I mean, first of all, my mom and dad, they kicked me out in the street at 18 and like, hey, go make something of yourself, boy. And then, of course, when I became a little bit, fucking capitalist and balling, they came crawling back. They used the emotions and they tried to come back in my life and shit. And they offered no fucking nothing. And I get what you mean. The only time, let me tell you like this. If your parents, all right, call you, especially when you're an adult, and all they give you is grief or something to do, or they never call you to be like, how you doing? You okay? Want to make sure you're okay. You know what I mean? We miss you and shit like that. If every time they call you, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, what now? Then, yeah, you got to cut them off for your own happiness, dude. You'll fucking thank yourself in the end, believe me. All right? Anyway, I know you talk about Christmas gets rough. What makes you want to stay associated? Could you give me an opinion on this video, on my situation overall? Thank you, and for giving a source of happiness to the world in chaos and despair. Well, look, we all have bad, people. I'm not saying cut off all your family. It's just you want people around you, all right, that give you something. I mean, even people that aren't the most perfect people. Like, let's say, you have to deal with something like, oh, shit, what now? But, I don't know, they make you laugh. Or they're there for you when nobody else is there for you. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some kind of balance between people. No one should ever use family over the head of somebody so that they can fucking abuse another person's time, another person's emotions, another person's energy. All right? Just saying, man. All right, let's see what this is. What is this? Put the PC shot on. This is the psychology of people who cut off contact with their families.
They say that blood is thicker than water. From the moment we are born, we are taught a singular, universal truth. Family is everything. It is our foundation, our safety net.
Well, look, whenever anybody says that, if you're a man, they're talking about your family, because you're a man, all right? And a purpose of a man is to get another woman, particularly, if you're a man, get another woman, and build a relationship with that woman. That's the whole purpose of being with a woman for, I say several years minimum before you make the jump into marriage and into children. But that's what a man means, like family is everything. Your family. Your family. And look, I know there's a lot of guys who are out there that got left, their chicks left them. Unfortunately, you have to look inward on that and say, man, what was wrong with me that I thought that this broad who, I don't know, cheated on you or, I don't know, took you for whatever, divorced you, that was on you. You've got to be self-reflective and ask, why did I get with this bitch? Was I hard up? Was I horny? Was she the only bitch that gave me a hand job? That kind of shit. Because you as a man have the power to manifest your own family. You don't necessarily have to be beholden to your fucking parents or your aunts or your uncles or any of that shit. And I know, man, being a man is being hard. That's the point. You're the man. You were the hunter back in primitive era. You had to go out every fucking day and hunt and bring back shit and hope that you weren't injured, you weren't hurt, you weren't killed. I mean, that's even more pressure. I mean, back in the Old West, you were not only someone that cultivated shit like agriculture and livestock, you had to build your own house. You had to make your own clothes and shit. So you people don't know how bad man has had it.
and the one bond that is supposed to be unbreakable. But what happens when that bond becomes the very thing that breaks you? Right now, across America and the world, there is a silent epidemic. It's happening in millions of households, yet it remains one of society's last great taboos. Adult children are making the agonizing decision to cut ties with their parents. Siblings are drifting into silence. It is called family estrangement. To the outside world, it looks like a sudden act of rebellion. A child being ungrateful.
Yeah, but at the same time, all right, you shouldn't be leaving your family if it's going to make you unhappy. All right? I mean, like cutting off your family is something that should be liberating because they're being a drain on you because you're giving something to them that they want repetitively given to them without any effort from the other side. And if you're going to like cut off your parents and you're fucking feeling like a piece of shit, well, then maybe you shouldn't cut off your parents. I mean, cutting off your parents means that, man, look, I'm living my life. I'm doing my shit. I've got a wife. I've got kids over here. They're fucking coming over here. That's all they've done my whole life. Now, if they've left you shit, don't get me wrong. If they left you something, and no, you have no right to fucking, I mean, I wish my parents left me anything. All right, I wish my parents left me a fucking, I don't know, a trade or some shit. They left me dick is what they left me. All right? And yet they still wanted to come around and say, hey, we're a family, and try to guilt trip me. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'll be honest with you. I didn't attend my parents' funerals. All right? They loved my fucking siblings better anyway. All right? I was just some fucking cash cow for my parents my whole fucking life. Well, they were only around, until my fucking 20s, but still. I'm just saying. All right? And the reason was because they left me nothing. They left me nothing. I mean, your parents got to leave you something, right? I mean, fuck monetary. They got to leave you a trade. They got to leave you fucking, I don't know, some pride or some shit. How to treat people. I didn't know how to treat people for a long fucking period of time. As a matter of fact, I mean, many of you are listening to me now. I'm pretty abrasive. I'm pretty loud. I mean, this is how I am. I mean, I'm like a black woman at times, man. I mean, you have to get loud for motherfuckers to fucking, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, shit. And that's how it is. That's how it is. I had to live a rough life for me to be a fucking tough guy, for me to fucking not be afraid of any obstacle. All right? And look, I feel great. Okay? Listen, if I didn't feel great, I'd be streaming every day like these fucking losers that are the big streamers out here that are making all this fucking money. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money, don't get me wrong, money provides an avenue for you to enjoy your life with the people that you found when you weren't fucking rich, that you enjoyed being around. That's what fucking life's about, dude. Life's about people that you want to be around in real life, that you enjoy being around their company. They enjoy being around your company. And every time you get together, it doesn't have to be fucking sexual or any of that other bullshit. I know we live in such a fucking perverted society, but you want people around you that genuinely like you, that genuinely care about you. And how do you know if they care about you? They ask about you. They're like, hey, man, what's going on? What's going on with your life? And they remember the shit you say. All right? So anyway, sorry. I mean, I'm just trying to help people out there, man. And Cocktroop said, I get what you're saying, Ghost. I got sick of my family robbing me blind and living out of my back pocket. 17 years, no contact now. It happens. And Froppy, we should cut you off. What the fuck does that mean? And then you go, Froppy, I love you, Ghost. I'll be your mother. I don't really have any hang-ups about my parents. One thing I am cognizant of is that I have some of my parents' really fucked up traits. And it's subconscious, I mean, you probably hear them in this fucking show. I mean, they were very abrasive people, all right? I mean, when my mother and father got into fights, they would say the most fucked up shit. I mean, I couldn't believe the kind of fucked up shit that they would say to each other. I was a child. I saw this shit all, growing up, But they would stay around. We're going to stay around for the children, even though they didn't leave the goddamn children anything but grief. And Devious Dave, this video's for crybabies. My parents kicked me out at 18. I still take care of my dad. It's the right thing to do. No, it's not. All right? If they left you nothing, then they have abandoned you because you had no fucking choice into. Can you get this asshole out of here who is ZZing out of here? Get him out of here. You're not even a fucking. You're not even important enough to get a gifted sub, you piece of shit. Get out of here. But I'm just simply telling you guys, all right, that you've got to have faith in yourself. And look, nobody's going to love you more than you love yourself. And once you love yourself, you can love other people, all right? Because once you love yourself and you put yourself together, people are going to want to meet you, all right? Because you don't look like a slovenly, bearded, neck-bearded, fucking wearing enemy piece of shit that nobody wants to fucking fuck or talk to. Anyway, Froppy, you got your dad's voice and your mom's underbite. Great. Thanks a lot. And before I get to another, or continue this for a couple of minutes, more beer, all right? How about some mommy succubus fucking tits in your face there, all right? Cheers to mommy succubus, all right, for providing, these spreads, you know what I mean? Like, no pun intended, these spreads, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Enemy Capitalist, I can relate. My shitbird mother and older brother used for all I was worth for a time, and now they're playing where Enemy Capitalist is playing now, and that I'm sustaining on my own out here in San Antonio. You're in San Antonio, dude? I feel for you. If you're a young person in San Antonio, this city sucks for young people, dude. If you ain't got nobody in San Antonio, if you're a single person, get the fuck out of here. All right, this is a family town. All right, it's a family town. You ain't going to find nothing but fat women and homosexuals in the younger generations out here. You ain't going to find nothing. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what we got here.
A parent being abandoned.
Give me a drink.
But if you look closer, behind the silence, there is rarely a simple story of anger. Instead, there is a profound, complex psychology of survival. Why do people actually do it? Is it an impulsive decision, or is it a desperate measure to preserve one's own sanity? In this video, we are diving deep into the psychology of family estrangement. We will debunk the myth of the sudden break, explore the cumulative trauma.
Well, look, if you're going to break from your family, you can't be impulsive about it. And that's what the unfortunate part about many of you people, especially you Gen Zer and millennials, y'all are hopped up on psychotropic drugs, and y'all are like fucking horribly impulsive. And, when you make decisions, you don't really thoroughly think about why you're making them. You don't think about whether you're okay in the long term. Okay, whether you really don't. And that's the problem with you younger people. And that's why, if you want my opinion, you have so many young people committing suicide. And I think it's because of what I just explained. It's the psychotropic drugs that are making them so impulsive that when things don't go their way, they fucking go apeshit. I mean, look, henceforth, look at President J. If you don't think that this guy's a fucking tard by himself, for Christ's sake, I mean, look at him. This is making me sleepy. That's because your fucking dad probably put a boot in your hole and you ran off because you really wanted something else in there. Play a little bit more of this shit.
That forces a person to walk away and analyze the toxic dynamics from emotional neglect to narcissistic control that make no contact the only viable option. If you are struggling with guilt or trying to understand why someone you love has walked away, this is the explanation you've been looking for. This is the truth behind the silence.
What's the truth?
Let's begin.
Look, we're all different individuals, asshole. Don't try to synopse everybody into one category. It's what I hate about psychology. We're not fucking all grouped into one. We're individuals, you fucking piece of shit. We all don't fucking think and
never
feel
begins
alike.
With a dramatic explosion.
Jesus
it begins
Christ.
with erosion, slow, quiet, almost invisible to everyone except the person living through it. For years, even decades, the relationship looks normal from the outside. Birthdays are celebrated. Holidays are endured. Smiles appear in
Yes, it's all a fake bunch of shit. Okay, and you know who's dictating that fake bunch of shit? Some either matriarch or patriarch that typically isn't funding the bill. I mean, now don't be wrong. If you have a good family, they hooked you up. I mean, Jesus Christ, cheers to you. Okay, cheers to you. But if you're somebody where your parents didn't lend you a goddamn thing and you're just trying to do it out of the kindness of your own heart, I'm gonna fucking. These people become ungrateful. They feel that they're supposed to have this, even though they gave you nothing. Okay, and yet all these holidays, all this. That's why whoever goes to my house on Thanksgiving or Christmas or anywhere, they're going through my rules. You're in my fucking house. I'm gonna say what I want, and if I tell you to shut the fuck up and you don't like it, then get the fuck out of here. All right? Don't sip my booze. Don't fucking eat my steaks. All right? I'm a very hospitable person. You're not going to come into my fucking home, and I'm the patriarch, and I'm supplying everything. I mean, I'm trying to make everybody happy, and you're going to fucking sit here and try to tell me what to do in my fucking home? Fuck you. Play this shit. I'm going to play another minute of this shit. I'm sorry. This guy someone donated 10 beers for this, so,
Photos. But beneath the surface, something is wearing down layer by layer. Not because of one catastrophic event, but because of hundreds of small ones that accumulate like sediment at the bottom of a river. Psychologists call this microtrauma.
Yeah, here we go with the psychology fucking explanations. I'm not explaining shit to you in psychology. I'm being philosophical with you, okay? How you interpret it is a whole other issue. Don't let fucking psychological definitions define who the fuck you are, all right? And if you're taking psychotropic drugs, especially if you were prescribed to them when you were a child, then maybe you should look a little cross-eyed at your parents. Because if you want my opinion, 90% of the time when young people are prescribed these psychotropic drugs, they're prescribed it because their parents didn't want to take care of them. All right? Even though they may have loaded them up with sugar and carbohydrates and all this shit and makes any kid, the active kid anybody is, they're a ball of energy. They're like, oh my God, attention deficit disorder. Oh my God, this is overactivity disorder. And they're put on psychotropic drugs. And they're put that way their whole lives. They're sedated their whole lives so their parents can do whatever the fuck they want. So the kid can be in a goddamn room by himself with a video game or some fucking internet connection. That's what it is, dude. I'm sorry I'm getting too long-winded about this, but I know there's a lot of folks out there that are dealing with this. And let me tell you, if you're self-sufficient, okay, which means you're taking care of yourself. It doesn't matter what fucking, if you're renting a room, all right, in somebody's house, as long as you're paying, as long as you have your own possessions, as long as you're independent, you're better than most of the people in this fucking country. Because most of the people, 60, 70% of the people in this country depend on someone else. All right? And if you don't depend on anybody, and it doesn't matter how micro or macro fucking successful you are. All right? You are independent. You are in charge of your own fucking world. But you got to work for it, baby.
The subtle criticism disguised as concern. The boundary that gets pushed just a little further
Froppy,
each
okay,
year.
but does the giant
dismissive
burning
tone
cross have
that
to
tells you your
right,
feelings don't
up.
matter. The constant pressure to be
And
who
Froppy,
they
don't
want you
need
to
to
be,
show,
not who you are.
Don't need
Individually,
to show your family
these moments seem minor.
I love penis
Together,
sign.
they become a psychological climate. And over time, your body begins to respond
and
before
Matthew
your
get
mind
into
does.
a drunken
You
racist
tense
rant
before
and
the
fights
phone
his
rings.
niece black
You
boyfriend.
rehearse conversations before
No,
family gatherings.
You got it
You
mixed
shrink
up.
parts of yourself to keep the peace. What you once called family dynamics becomes chronic anxiety woven into your daily life.
Well, it's because you're probably the person going to a place. All right? Be the person that's hosting the place. And then you can, and if you want these people to come to you, you dictate the terms. That's your domain, dude. That's your domain. You know how many people that are in the inner circle that became successful, got their own place, and cherished that they were able to fucking host Thanksgiving at their fucking house. And luckily for them, they had good families. They congratulated them. They were proud of them, which of course encourages fucking people to go forward. If you don't have that, well, you got to encourage your fucking self. You got to be like Ghost and say, you know what? I don't give a fuck. All right? I'm going to conquer anything. Bring it on. All right? And if I can't conquer the obstacle, I'll negotiate it, but I won't fucking be defeated. This is my fucking world. This is my fucking world. Anyway, Wraith said, thanks for the talk, Ghost. Cheers. Thank you, Wraith. I hope you're doing okay. I know you're a little not feeling well and shit. Cheers, dude.
Long before someone chooses distance, many have already been cast into roles they never agreed to play.
I have to say that
in dysfunctional.
This is kind of a sucky video, all right? But I hope that the soliloquy that I just made was sufficient enough for you to understand what you got to analyze your situation on whether or not you are going to, if you disband from these people, whether or not you're going to feel bad or there's going to be a lot of grief. If that's the case, then I don't think that you should disembark from your family. But I mean, you'll know if you have to. You know what I'm saying? You'll know if you have to.